Okay guys, I came back to the boat to take out the oil of the engine. It's pretty warm here. And we've been sucking now for a couple of minutes. And there's Papa kicking back with me. I didn't want to leave him alone at home. And he came with me, so I walked him around a little bit and he did his thing. So the idea, and I already picked up the blocks. That's about as much I'm gonna do. I can't do much with the dog here because I can't leave him alone. I can't. Every time I get off the boat, he wants to jump off. So I gotta keep him on the leash. So I'm gonna give him another walk later and smoke a cigar while I'm at it. Let's see how long this is gonna be. It's already getting some bubbles. Hey, Papa, what are you doing? What are you doing, Machito? What are you doing, Machito lindo? Oh. He loves to be with Daddy, but he misses Mama. Mama's out of town right now. And he misses Mama big time. He comes to bed and he's like, you know, which is not there. So I think we're almost done. Let me see how heavy this thing's going. Yeah, about another minute. So I went and got the sinks. Oh, that reminds me, I'm gonna drop this one here. So I'm gonna check the other engine in another time, and then I'm gonna replace the sinks when I need it. I went and got the little one, the real tiny one for the bottom, and I got the blocks from the engine. Oh, I gotta measure. That's another thing. I gotta look at my list because that's what I got that book for. And one of the things says measure bilge. Oh, I got the paint for the transmission. It's already here. The bilge paint, man, a quarter gallon, 69 bucks. I'm gonna see if I can find it online. Buy the bilge paint. I'm gonna do that online. Okay, bring plumber wrench. I did that. And paint transmission. Okay, clean bilge and paint it. Machine shop. Install white lights. I got a bunch of miscellaneous, but one of the ones I have to do, I gotta open the center hatch, and I can do it with him there. I gotta wait for the oil to finish, and then I can put the pump away, and then I can sit there and do my thing. So let me get a cigar. That last cigar, that Padron, the square one, man, that was a very good cigar. I liked it. Okay, I got a Macanudo. I'm gonna burn that one. I'm here. He doesn't like to be alone. He gets kind of antsy. And I read on the description of these the Britneys that they don't like to be alone. So if you're getting a Britney, get two of them. They'll keep each other company, and they'll be better dogs because they will not damage anything. They have each other company, and they can play, and they can, you know, sit together and stuff. But now that he's alone, he's attached to me and Mama big time. Man, it's hot today over here. It's still bubbling. Okay, let me see. Get up there. Let me adjust that hose. All right, let me do that, and I'll be back later. Okay, I got all the oil out. That jug was heavy, so I got everything out. And I measured for the cradle. So it's going to be 26 inches wide because those legs are sticking out, and the space between the runners are 26 inches. Gotta get a 4x4, and I got the blocks, which are 4, and I gotta add a 2x4 on top of it, so then when the engine sits on the truck, the pan is not touching the bottom, getting squished or anything, or rolling around. This is just for the transportation of the engine in the truck. So I gotta start working. I gotta buy the long screws. And one thing about those screws I was cleaning, I noticed that their stainless steel is the real good one. Like, this boat was made in the early 70s, 73, and it has the real stainless. So the stainless on this boat, that's why I like the old boats, that they have all the good stuff. You know, you buy a boat now and the stainless is probably mixed with some other alloy. It's not as good, and it'll start pitting. I don't know if you can mix aluminum with stainless. I'm not sure about that. So that's what it looks like now. Once the engine is out, I want to have my friend come over and clean the bilge, clean the center. He vacuums everything out and wipes it, scrapes it, and then start applying that bilge coat, and do like 3 coats or so, make it thick and it'll last long, you know. And then I got the paint for the tranny, so he can scrape the tranny. I don't know if I should bring some. I'm gonna bring some primer. I got primer at home, and he can prime the tranny and the gearbox and all that, and get that sucker nice and beautiful, clean, painted, everything. And then when the other engine drops in, we'll attach it. I have to talk to the shop to see how many coats of paint, because they say they paint it, but they're probably going to do 1 coat, maybe 2. I'm going to tell them to really thicken it, make it 4, you know. So even if I have to bring some paint to him, I'll do it. But I want those engines to be protected, because the rust always creeps up. All the iron pieces, you know, all the metal pieces. And I went to the captain's locker, and I said, you know, when I went and got the sinks, and I said, give me a price on a cam, a reverse cam for a 350, you know, 5.7. He looked it up. He says there's from $600 to $1,000. And I'm going, what? Are you sure about that? Because I seen it cheaper, you know. So I'm not going to get it through them because that's very high. So I'm going to kind of touch base with the shop and find out for real. He said he can reconstruct it. I don't know what they do to reconstruct it or build up the metal in case the shaft is worn out, you know, worn down. I gotta find out. I don't think that's possible, because that's very hard metal. Once it's worn out, it's worn out. I mean, you just don't add a coat and cook it and think that that's gonna stay there. I don't know. I'm not a metallurgist. I'm just asking questions. If anybody out there knows, you know, give me some info, because if that's possible, then I'm gonna tell them to reconstruct it. I'm not paying $600 for, or $1,000 for a cam. I found the cam online from this website called marineengines.com, I think it is. It was $254, and I said, well, I'll buy that one, you know. But I'm gonna touch base with, you know, double check with the shop and explain to me exactly how that's done, and if he can show me an example of one that's been done and built up. He said something like they could parkerize it, or something like that, like they can spray metal on it. I'm not too sure about what he meant. I'm gonna talk to him about it. So look at my papa boy taking a nap over here. I brought him inside. It's nice and cool. I opened the front hatch. There's a nice breeze running through here, and he just laying down on the floor, and he's it's a very nice breeze coming in. It's cool, and you can just go to sleep. Sometimes I do that. I lay on the sofa and I just take a nap because it feels very, very nice. It's a nice day here today. Very nice. Tomorrow too is going to be nice. All right, later.